Welcome, everybody. We're back. We're back in studio. Yes, our home. And we missed it, and we're back now. And so it's been a little bit of a sabbatical. Yeah?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
How you feeling, Brianna?
Great. It's good to be back in home studio and
Yep.
feels right.
It does feel right. It looks right, too. Looks really good. The lighting's good. The filters are on. Thank you, Jesus. Hey, listen, subscribe to us. And if you want to keep up with us, subscribe, send us some, haters are welcome. We'll take the trolls. I don't care.
Comment.
Comment, whatever you want to do.
Let's get a conversation going.
Yeah. But we got two really special guests in studio today, and we're really proud of this. And the first one I want to introduce is Kareem Boehmer. Boehmer, did I say it right? Boehmer.
It's Boehmer.
Boehmer. I'm sorry, Boehmer.
It's all good.
We need to change the spelling a little bit. Kareem Boehmer. He's originally from Belize. Yeah. In 5 years, he lived there in virtual event production, founder of Logical Leverage, which is great. Just started this. He builds stuff. He takes complicated things and makes them obvious. And he's the guy you want in the background to run your room, run your live event. And I'm so glad you're here. Welcome, Kareem.
Thank you. It's an honor.
Yeah, it's good. We've been talking a lot lately, haven't we?
We have been. It's been a lot.
It's been a lot. And we also it's
been a lot.
But you're so coachable, bro. I love that you're coachable. You're like on it, man.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Thank you.
All right, and you got your bride here with you.
I do.
Hi, Hannah.
Hello.
How are you doing, honey?
I'm well.
You got such a good voice.
She
Thank
does.
you.
Did you ever do radio?
No,
No?
never did radio.
Do you sing?
Not really. I mean, people say I need to sing more,
She
but
would at church.
Yeah.
I sing at church, but
Yeah.
other than that, never like
The lead
worshiper.
worshiper came over to her the other day because he heard her sing, and she's like, "Can you be on the worship team?"
Come on. I can tell you've got a voice.
It's very soothing. Like recently when I heard you speak, I was like, wow.
Well, that's why I'm-
fall asleep.
That's why I'm a counselor, because I
It's
have to have
great.
a soothing voice for that too. So
Yeah.
Well, speaking of that, you have your own counseling business, right?
Yes.
You're an educated counselor and you're certified, and you've got 411 counseling.
Yes,
That's the
correct.
name of it, right?
Correct.
So when people call you, they have issues.
yes.
Yes. So you're
They do.
you're used to having your husband around, yes? And so with that, I mean, how long have you you been a counselor?
So
Or a therapist.
I was officially licensed in 22, but I ended my master's program in 2020. So
And
right at the
what-
height of COVID.
And what are your letters? Is it like
It's licensed professional counselor,
okay,
so
okay,
LPC.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's good. And you do a lot virtually?
Yes, virtually. Yes.
Okay. Do you do any in person?
I did, but I'm transitioning away from in person just for a season.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
yeah,
Do you
most-
have
right.
like a specific demographic you work with or you find that you work with? And are you open to who are you open to?
Yeah. I work with anyone over the age of 10. And I got a lot of my training in what was called a PHP IOP program,
Okay.
which stands for Partial Hospitalization Program or Intense Outpatient Program.
Mm.
And both of those are people that either just came out of the hospital for a suicide attempt, self-harm, kind of crisis. They were hallucinating, something of that manner. And these kind of programs are the step downs for that care. They come to us for about a month and sometimes two, receive group counseling, therapy, medication management, all that stuff. So
Wow.
a lot of my background is in suicide and depression and anxiety. So I do a lot of just crisis management counseling.
Mm-hmm.
I would say I'm honestly really comfortable working with suicide. It's kind of one of the things I felt the Lord kind of called me towards,
Wow.
ironically enough.
Yeah.
Wow.
And one of the reasons
It's needed.
one of
Yeah.
the reasons I named my counseling practice 411. So
Nice.
Love that.
yeah.
Well, it's interesting because Stacy, my wife, she was on the suicide. She was,
Contact crisis line. I don't know if it's still
Oh,
around.
wow.
Is it?
yeah,
Yes.
she was on the board of directors, and she
Oh,
also
wow.
took phone calls for a long time. And it's so needed. What you're doing is so needed. Stacy also watches everything on YouTube, and one of the deals is about the psychotherapist and about people cutting themselves.
Yes.
Have you dealt with that?
Yes. So typically, suicide and what we call non-suicidal self-harm or cutting kind of go hand in hand.
Okay.
And so they're not always connected, but it's very common that they
Yeah.
go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're open to taking more patients, yes?
Absolutely.
Okay. And I think it's really good. Where did you go to school?
I went to Dallas Baptist University.
Nice.
Yeah.
So did Brecca. She went there.
Yeah.
And where did you get your master's?
My master's
Oh.
was at Dallas Baptist.
Okay.
My undergrad was at Asbury University up in Kentucky.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right. Well, I'm glad you're here. And I know we've got some more questions for you, but I want to talk to your husband for a second. Is that
Go ahead.
okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Wait, did you say that they're NLE alumni?
Oh, I have not.
This is how we know them.
Yes,
first of
yes,
all.
yes,
Let's
yes.
give the audience a little context.
That's true. Yes. You both. When did you do Next Level Experience?
January of 25.
Wow. Okay. And Kareem?
I did mine. What was it? June.
June, just recently
2026.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, we've got one coming up on 9/11, September 11th, 12th, 13th here in Dallas. And then we've got one in Tacoma, Washington,
October
16th,
through the
17th, 18th.
Yeah.
Yeah. So why did you go to NLE, Hannah?
So Cynthia Peasley,
Oh, wow.
she's
awesome.
reached out to me, I think the December before the new year, and was like, hey, you should sign up for this. And I was like, okay. I didn't know anything about it. And then I come to find out like a lot of my friends had actually done NLE as well.
Yeah.
And so I went and talked to Natalie as well, Natalie Strong. And so I talked to them and I was like, what am I getting into? And they were just like, Cynthia didn't tell me all the details, but she's just like, this is what it did for me. And then Natalie was just like, yeah, this is what it did for me. So I still didn't know what I was getting myself into.
That's awesome.
But I'm glad I went.
Yeah, you were amazing. And then you talked to your husband.
Yes, I
and
talked to my
was
husband.
he hard to enroll?
Now, wait, I want to, for the audience.
Yes.
They were not married when she did NLE.
No.
And she did not know her
I
husband
forgot
when she
that's
did
right.
NLE.
Correct.
And we will circle back to that. So stay tuned.
So did you enroll Kareem?
Yes, originally I wanted him to do July of last year
Mm-hmm.
because I think you guys had a July one, but it conflicted with some family stuff that he had going on, so he wasn't able to do that one.
So he wasn't committed.
At that point, we were just engaged. So
Yeah.
You were just engaged?
we were just engaged. Now that we're married, I have a little bit more leeway.
Amen,
So.
sister. That's right. You got the authority now, right?
Yes.
That's good. All right. So, Kareem, what you did it in June.
Yes.
Why did you end up going? Because your wife said to go, or
My
did
wife
you want
said
to go?
I wanted to go because I wanted to find out what more there had to be. Like if you were stuck, I heard there's things like if you're stuck
Yeah.
and if you feel like you're in a tight spot or you want to move forward,
Yeah.
that this would be the event for you. And so
Yeah.
I was very much interested in something like that. And
Yeah.
that's why I showed up.
Well,
cool.
it was amazing. I remember because it was just in June for you, and here it is in August. And so I remember because you were really backed up against it the first day or so, but then you just opened up. I mean, you really did. Your eyes changed. You had this look on your face, and it was like your countenance had changed. Like you had that Moses look coming down from the Ten Commandments. You know, you're beaming, man. It was like it was really cool. And I remember, you doing so well in the program, and then afterwards, you said, "I want more."
Yes.
And then what happened then?
Well, I tried to. I heard there was like a mentorship, so
Yeah.
I signed up for that.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, Brianna, I was talking to Brianna, and then I'm here.
You are. So all right. So you wanted to be coached. Yes.
I wanted to be coached.
Yeah. And what I loved about you, and I love coaching you, by the way, and what I really like is you're coachable, right? And yeah, as a coach, we charge people money so they're committed, right? It's not that we want their money, we want their commitment. And generally, your money goes where your heart is.
Yeah.
Right? Or your heart goes where your money is, right? It's something like that. So, but what I love about you is like we're coaching, and one of the good things is when we do coach, you get access to me 24/7, right? You text me, voicemail, whatever, and we have our calls. And assignments, you do them so fast. It's like, hey, I'm done with this. What's next? And I love that about you, man. Have you always been that way?
I want to say that I am, but I think it's just an act of nature where I've even done this with things that my boss has told me to do.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't get it done right then and there,
Yeah.
it doesn't get done.
Yep.
So
Yeah. It goes into the file of procrastination.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
And that file is the file that hates us.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And my wife is not a procrastinator, and so she keeps me on point, which I think is good. So you did Next Level Experience, and then coming out of that, because what you do, I think is really kind of cool and kind of unique. And so
Thank
we
you.
said, let's start this business thing,
Yeah.
because you are in the background all the time. What do you call it? The shadow?
The invisible chair.
The invisible Visible chair. Explain to our audience what that is.
Yeah, so it's basically production, like our friend back there.
Yeah, Devin's a master at it.
Yeah, and it's basically producing events, virtual events for coaches and consultants, people that have an offer that they want to make and they want to summon an audience.
Yep.
So it's basically me allowing the coach or the speaker to have the peace of mind that he can run an event and have a very good event.
Yeah.
And it'd be very smooth for both the audience and the speaker.
Yeah, because I've done some webinars. We've done some webinars before, and and all of a sudden everybody says you're frozen.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man, right in the middle of your
horrible.
presentation.
And then I'm the tech crew.
Yeah, and it's like, what's going on here? So you avoid all that, right?
I avoid that. Yeah.
And all right, so I want to back up just a bit because you're from Belize.
Yes.
And you don't look Belizean.
I am not. I am not.
Is that what they're called, Belizean?
Yes, they're called Belize.
Wow, I nailed it. Come on,
You did
Jesus.
so good.
I didn't even need my fact checkers on that one.
So good.
All right, so tell us about your experience at Belize and how you got into this business.
Yeah. So, well, I'm born and raised in Belize. My parents are missionaries.
Yeah.
That moved there and established a church there. And I came into this business from meeting a guy named Pedro Adeo, and he was on being interviewed on a YouTube channel by somebody we were following. Excuse me, and Graham Cook.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Yep, I know
he,
Graham.
He interviewed Pedro, and then next thing you know, I'm signing up for a free 30-day challenge that he ran in 2020. And during that time, it was obviously COVID had hit.
Yep.
I was working at a hardware store that was like my 5th year working there. And
At the hardware store.
at the hardware store, I was already working there for 5 years.
What were you doing at the hardware store, bro?
I was well, I mean, it started out unloading the truck, and then it finally got up to supervisor in a small engine parts room. So I'd sell chainsaw and weed eater parts and lawn.
So you started at the top, huh? That's right. That's awesome.
Yeah, so that's where I started.
Yeah, and then Pedro came in and needed some stuff done.
So
And
Oh yeah, this was an interesting story.
yeah,
Yeah.
it took. I didn't get hired by Pedro. Like maybe it was like 3 years later.
oh, okay.
Yeah. So when Pedro.
That's right. You did the challenge.
Yeah, so I did the challenge, and for the first year, it was me learning tech and learning support and automation. That was my first time learning ClickFunnels and what a CRM is. I didn't even know what these things were. You know what? It was so funny because funnels back in the day, before I even knew about it, was always a scam.
Oh,
It always
okay.
looked like a scam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you click, you give money, and you don't get anything back.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those were the early days.
Yeah,
Of
I was like,
funnels.
oh, this is what a funnel is. Okay.
Yeah. Wow.
So I did that. I was doing tech support, and I bought into Pedro's offer. And so for me, it was like double the amount of money because Belizean money is 2 to 1.
Right. It was a lot of money.
It was a lot of money.
Yeah.
So and it was basically my full paycheck.
Wow.
From the hardware store. So started out there, and I worked my way into the Facebook group, and I learned ClickFunnels. I learned it on the free trial because that was another $100 US
Yeah.
a month.
Yeah.
And so I learned ClickFunnels, and next thing you know, Pedro's Facebook group, it was huge.
Right.
And people started having problems with ClickFunnels.
Shocking.
Shockingly. And so I started to, for free, every time I saw a post in the group, I would comment and say, hey, I can help you with that. I could hop on a call. And it turned out like I found that I had this like interesting knack for figuring things out on the go. So like I would hop on a Zoom call with them and be like, oh, this is your problem, and here's how to fix it. And they would be like, I've been trying to figure this out for 24 hours.
So, okay, what fueled you to start helping others? Were you just like, oh, I got that? Like, what was that in you, do you think?
I think at first it was like, I know how to fix that, so I can help.
Why not? So, yeah.
Like, why not? Yeah. And
It's a good Christian attitude.
Yeah. right.
and I didn't really know what I was doing. I was just trying to be friendly and nice. I was really just trying to serve and be like of service.
Sure.
And I didn't really know that there was a business there. Really, I didn't even know that was a thing. And that first year, I think I made like on my PayPal account, it was maybe like I made back my
Your
money.
investment.
Yeah, from Pedro. So I was
Wow.
like $7,000 for the year.
Wow.
On PayPal.
Wow.
So, like,
You thought, well, this could be turning into something.
Yeah, yeah. So that's what I thought for the first year.
And all during that time, you were working.
I was working,
And you weren't, and I think an important distinction that I remember from us talking about this, you weren't charging Pedro's people, but it was the referrals because he
Correct.
was doing
Come
it
on, bro.
I didn't
in
wanna
integrity.
poach. I didn't
yes.
want to poach.
That's
Yeah.
integrity.
Yeah.
I like
So
integrity.
I was like, I need people to know this.
Yeah.
You're the
Yeah.
one guy I've met that never poached.
Yeah, so they if somebody referred somebody to me, they'd be like, hey, I referred this person,
Yeah.
and then I would charge them like $100 or something.
Yeah.
Cool.
for
Yeah.
Fixing their problem.
fixing their problem.
So from there, you got into because logical leverage is making people's live events look beautiful.
Yes.
Correct.
Yep.
Explain that.
Yeah. So the transition to
Well, no. What you do now into that? Yeah. Go ahead and explain the transition. Then I want you to explain how you make that work.
Got it. Okay. So the transition started maybe like 2 years later. I got hired by somebody to help them produce their events. And at this
Okay.
time, I didn't know production. I didn't know anything. All I knew was, there's a Zoom call, and I know that you can unmute everybody and that they can share their screen.
And that's all you knew.
And that's all I knew. And I could live stream the event to Facebook. So that's
crazy.
That's
That
how I
was it.
started out.
That was
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. And that started to mend into like a lot of things. Like I learned Zoom a lot, and I realized a lot of people don't know all the features that Zoom
There's
has.
a lot.
There's a lot of things you can do.
So they only use it for one thing, and that's all they know. And
Yeah.
and you got to learn the whole system.
I got to learn the whole system. I got to learn all of the bugs. I got to learn, the settings in
Yeah.
the back end of Zoom that
Right.
nobody knows that are default. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you can have HD, but they default it to a lower quality
Right.
automatically.
Sure.
There's like a bunch of different secrets.
All right, so
There's
what-
layers, a
and
lot
so
of layers.
There's a lot of layers.
Yeah.
So you learned this, and you started getting really good at this,
Yes.
and then you realized that, man, people like this,
Yeah.
right? And then you started doing work directly for Pedro.
Yep.
Yes.
I initially got hired to be the tech person for Pedro
Wow.
and to do all of their automations
That's awesome.
and all of their stuff. And I actually started in support, like, taking tickets.
Yep.
That was the first time for the first 6 months I was doing that.
Wow. So
Yeah.
you paid your dues.
Yeah, I paid my dues. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And now you've got this thing mastery, right?
Yep.
And so, what's the difference? And here's my ignorance, because I'm not a tech guy. I know you're shocked.
Yeah.
What's the difference between Teams, Riverside, Zoom?
The difference?
The
well,
difference.
Teams is like, that's
Teams
not even
is
in the
just
same
Microsoft.
category. Yeah.
Teams is just if you want to
See, I don't know.
if you just want to hear somebody online, you could go to Teams.
Okay, so it's not a visual
Well,
thing.
Teams
It is.
Teams is a Microsoft thing, which I'm
Product,
not a
yeah.
Microsoft person to be
Okay.
honest.
All right.
He really isn't.
Yeah, I'm a Google person. So
Okay.
so we've actually gotten used to using Google Meets, and I wasn't even much of a Google Meets person either.
Okay.
But
It's easy.
It's-
Now that's
easier.
different than
Very
Zoom.
easy.
it's
Yes.
different from Zoom. Yeah, Zoom.
Okay.
You can,
It's like functionality for everything you need to know. It's
Yeah.
very similar.
Right.
Okay.
But you like it because
well, I like Zoom because it has a lot of functionality
Yeah.
in terms of being able to make a production, even without like the advanced gear that I have now. With
Mm-hmm.
a Zoom call, you can spotlight people, you can add spotlight, you can bring people side by side and have a
Okay.
conversation.
Right.
So
Okay, cool.
There's layers.
There's
A lot of-
layers of it. to
yeah.
it.
Okay. All right. So with this, then you realize that there's people out there that need this service, right?
Correct.
And so people start hiring you because we've done webinars. We were joking about it before we started today, and they didn't always go so well. And so you need to have somebody to do it if you want to do it right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially because you would have how many people on for Pedro on the Zoom?
On average, 600, but it can go up to like 5,000.
Wow. So, and that's the stakes are high then.
Yeah.
The ad dollars are really high
The ad
as well.
dollars are really
And so
high.
that's where it's like you've got to ensure your investment in the ad dollars. And that's why people
Yep.
need you.
I
Correct.
got you.
Beyond just like, obviously, it's a beautiful service to have, but like when it's that much of an investment and time and everything, then it has to be right.
Exactly. And not only
Mm-hmm.
that, but you have HD quality recordings afterwards.
Which
Yes.
is huge because
Which is a
then that
huge
can be
deal.
used for so many things.
Courses,
Yeah.
shorts,
Ads, whatever.
Marketing.
Yeah.
All right, so if somebody's out here watching, say, I've always wanted to do webinars, and every time I did them, they were a big flop, or they got frozen, or something. You would be the guy because
I'd be the guy.
you'll be the guy they call, right?
Yes.
And it's logical legends, logical
It could be
leverage,
logical.
logical. I always get that mixed up. It's logical leverage.com.
Correct.
Yeah. And so they can call you and get a quote from you and all that stuff, get a proposal, right?
Yep.
Because if you're out there doing this, and listen, because you and I have talked offline about there's some possibilities that we want to do. I would like to do a webinar really nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's have a redemption time.
Yes, yes. Because I think it's really important, especially if you're out there presenting something, right? And you're presenting yourself and your business and whatever, you want to make it right. Otherwise, you look like some schmuck, trying to put something together and save, a few dollars, right? So if you spend the money, if you're spending the ad money and you're getting these people on there, you want it done correctly.
Yeah, and if you have special guests and such, I was just thinking about this today. I'm sure you've had a lot of interesting. Who is the most interesting people you've hosted? And I know it's not necessarily your platform, but that you have had to host on your
like
webinars.
big influencers.
Yeah, big
oh my word. Yeah, like Bill Johnson, Chris Valaton.
Yeah.
We got big people. I think. We had like a comedian on once. I forget his name, but
Devin was his name. Devin.
No, Michael Jr. Michael Jr.
Michael Jr.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. He was on in January. We have
Heidi Baker.
Cook, Heidi Baker.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Heidi Baker's
okay.
gone.
Very cool. All right. So one time, does it get you? Do you get more stressed out when you have a big
These
deal
names,
on there?
Big names.
Not really.
Good.
I get stressed out more with the client that I'm working for.
Yeah. Right.
100 yeah.
Because you want it done right. So all right. So one time you told me that power went out somewhere.
Yeah, well,
And-
A
and-
transformer. is
Or
someone
transformer
else's.
somewhere.
yeah.
And you didn't miss a lick because you had backup.
Yeah, so I was the backup.
You were the backup.
And what's really cool about this is that I can actually, if I have another producer running the same exact thing that I'm doing, wherever they are in the world,
Right.
they have good internet, they have all the hardware they need, they can literally be on parallel to me, and I could be producing the event straight on, and he could be there as a backup with a second delay of turning on the mic and turning on the video.
Right.
So
Was
cool.
that
If I
our
were to shut down.
Canadian
And
friend?
yeah,
that-
so
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was Canadian.
he was
guy?
in Canada.
yeah,
Wow.
my friend,
And
his
he's-
name is DC, and he's basically taught me everything that I know today. One of the people, and we were both running a very huge event together in January, and he's the main guy running it.
Right.
And I was on there as a backup doing this whole process with him. Next thing you know, it just goes black.
Oh, man.
And the speaker
How many
goes
people
black.
were on the deal?
It was probably like 3,000 people.
Oh my gosh!
Not to
He spent
mention-
some money on this.
That
thing.
was Zoom. That was Zoom
Noise.
plus live stream. There's like another maybe, I don't know, 5,000 on YouTube.
Oh,
Wow,
That's a
man.
pressure.
So that's why he had the backup.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like he's got money invested in
Exactly.
this thing, and it's got to go.
Right.
Although, because if it goes down,
If it goes down, you're done.
as we say in the business, your ass out.
Yeah.
Wow.
yeah.
Right.
Exactly. So
Wow.
All right. So they had a transformer pop or something. Or,
yeah, transformer blew outside his office.
That's
and he
And it
he
surged.
was remote for
And he was remote.
He was
yeah.
remote. Okay, yeah, and it's wow.
He was up in Canada doing it.
yeah.
I'm
And so
here in
so you
Texas.
you jumped up after did you wake up?
Yeah.
Were you?
Well, I was there twiddling my thumbs, and
Uh-oh,
next
what's
thing you know,
going on?
oh shoot!
Boom.
So I just turned my video and mic on, and the speakers are there. They're talking,
and
As if nothing
nobody
happened.
knew the difference.
Nobody knew the difference. Probably just if they saw the name tag on Zoom changed or whatever.
Yeah.
And then he came back on, and he took back over
Wow.
afterwards.
Seamless. Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, because they had real money invested in this thing.
Yeah, I did this the other day actually because I have another person that I'm training working for Pedro,
Mm-hmm.
and he couldn't take shares. Nobody, like Pedro, could not hear the person that he
Oh,
was talking to.
okay.
And so he called me up right away. I booted my whole system up in within like 3 minutes.
You had it done.
And I was like, on the call, I was like, okay, in 3, 2, 1, we're gonna mute and unmute at the same time. And we did it, and nobody even saw the difference.
Wow.
Nobody even knew what happened.
Come on.
So it was pretty cool.
That's awesome. And see, that's the important thing. That's the differentiation
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
you. You've got to have this, especially when you have ad dollars on the line, like you said, Brianna. It's real important to make sure that stuff works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And so, at what point do you back up?
When you say backup, what do you mean?
Have a backup.
Oh,
Like
when
how
you
many
have a
people?
backup?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like at what level?
there-
Is
is there
there,
a-
an amount
yeah.
of people that you're having on, or is it
Just
are there some people who always
just
wanna
be
back up?
maybe the clients just want to make sure everything is done right, or
I mean, if you're seasoned, the worst thing, because you'll know your system, right?
Right.
If you're seasoned,
Right.
If you don't know if you're gonna have a blackout in your house, unfortunately, then you're kind of screwed.
Yeah.
But I would say, the thing is, if it's a big deal, then you definitely need a backup.
Backup. I got you.
And most of the time, it's probably you always need a backup. Now there is another alternative that the speaker can do if he's tech savvy, and that is to just directly hop onto the Zoom. The live stream is shot,
Yeah.
Right.
but the people on Zoom
will be all right.
Get
He
back
can
to
still-
Yeah. I got you.
So, and then what I'm also thinking of, because I'm sure it's not, I know that there are people out there listening to this who are like, well, I'm not going to spend a lot of money
Right.
like on ad dollars, but what I do want, I want a virtual event that the atmosphere is appropriate. Like
Yep.
there's not going to be anything that goes down or goes wrong. And so that's also where your service is super valuable.
Yeah.
And they want a seamless process because they really care about the content that they're bringing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And one of the other things that I really like about this is what I'd really like to promote is people that would like to work from home,
yes.
because you don't need to have a studio.
Right.
Yep.
You don't need to go somewhere. And
That's
I know
right.
a lot of people, if they have a really nice room,
Yeah.
and they turn it into
It's
a very
great.
nice office.
Yes.
they're
That'll
set.
go.
Yeah.
That'll go. Yeah, because part of your business too, with logical leverage, okay, is that you're going to train other people to do what you do,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
And I love that. Okay, because within I don't know 90 days they could be 30 to 90 days depending on how fast they get it because you'll walk them through it. Yes,
Yeah.
you'll train them. They can also be in business.
Exactly.
Right, and they can either work under you in a internship possibly and get paid a little bit of money, or start their own business. Correct.
Yep.
And it's a 6-figure plus business. Yes,
It is. It's huge. It's Tony Robbins type.
Yeah.
Like
right.
it's that big. It can be that big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, and I know you've got, you're starting this out and you're going to be promoting this soon. That's why I wanted you on here, because I think it's really important. There's a lot of people out there that are tech savvy, right? And they're not extroverts. They don't want to be in front of the camera. They want to be behind the scenes and making everything look nice. They get a lot of satisfaction from that, like you do.
Yeah.
Yes. And so, Hannah, has he always been an introvert like this, or is he always? Is he
Funny
always?
like an extrovert.
I don't
The
think
funny
I'm an
thing is,
introvert.
he can
I'm
be more
actually not.
extroverted than I.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I feel like over the years I've become more introverted, but that was before I met him. So
I got you.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm
So
a people person.
So you like it, but you don't mind being behind the scenes.
Correct.
Yeah.
The funny thing is that I never thought I'd ever get into this business.
Right.
I just saw a problem, and I was taking a solution on.
Yeah.
I saw that it was expensive. Well, I thought at first when I saw what people were paying these guys, I was like, wow, I should bring this internal.
Yeah.
So, and
Right.
that's what I
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
I saw a problem,
Yeah.
and I brought it, internally.
Right.
And that's why I'm here.
Yeah. I think it's really cool. And what I love about you both are entrepreneurs.
yes.
Okay. And you both are helping people, right? You guys have a heart for this. How long, Hannah, how long have you been a believer?
I've been a believer since I was young, but I always call like my Holy Spirit birthday was back in 2018.
Okay.
So.
All right. And so did you always want to be in counseling? Was that your calling? Did
Oh
you-
God, no.
No, no.
God like not forced me. He it's a really long story, but I was a psychology undergrad.
Okay.
So as a part of psychology undergrad, you have to do counseling 1 and 2.
Right.
And in counseling 2, you have to do these like student to student counseling. So no one knows how to counsel, but y'all are providing counseling services.
Wild.
It's
Wild.
a horrible experience. Let me just tell you that. And I had this terrible experience with someone that was counseling me that was just like super shameful. And I just decided then and there, I was like, God, I'm never going to be a counselor. Fast forward.
Famous last words.
Famous fast words. Fast forward, I originally wanted to do something called applied behavioral analyst, working mostly with like the autism population because I had a lot of experience working with them as an equine therapist. But like all the doors closed for that. Like all the doors I applied to, everything just shut down. And my mom came to me because I was like really discouraged. And she's like, why don't you try counseling? And I was just like, whatever. And so I just walked it out. And after that conversation, I applied to DBU. I got accepted. And I just kind of was like, all right, God, I'm taking a leap of faith. I moved to Dallas Didn't know anybody, moved into a random room in someone's house.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
bless
wow.
you.
And
You are
started school.
trusting. God covered you well.
Yes, very much so.
Wow.
So, but I think pretty shortly after I started counseling school, my master's program, I just saw why God had called me into it. Mental health is not far from my own background. And so I just got to see how God used my own personal background and how he healed me, and then was asking me to walk that out with other people.
Beautiful.
So,
That's so good. I love that. And I know, I think what you're doing is so needed.
Yeah.
Yeah. You both do stuff that's so needed,
Yeah.
And how long y'all been married?
7 months.
No, it's 8 months.
Oh, it's 8 months.
8 months.
You're right.
8 months.
8 months
Okay.
is coming in.
So we need to
wait.
hear.
Yeah,
It's 8 months. What's today? Yesterday. Yeah. 8 months yesterday.
We
There you
need to
go.
hear what after your NLE experience.
Yes.
What happened?
How'd
Yeah.
you meet this stud?
How did I meet this stud? So gosh, it was a roller coaster of a ride. So January NLE, I know I talked to y'all like after NLE, I went to talk to my parents because NLE sparked me to kind of reconnect with my parents
Sure.
and do a lot of healing in that relationship. I came back from that trip. The job I had been working at for 4.5 years was just blowing up. The business was going under
Wow.
and doors were closing, and it was just very discombobulating the whole time. So ironically, the official last day of my job, because the business had closed its doors, but they were still officially open. The official day I lost my job was the day I met him.
Wow.
And that
Come
was
on.
that was April 17th of 2025. So
Was he doing some hardware work or doing a Zoom? what was he doing?
no, we met at a Christian singles mixer, and I had gone to my friend actually organizes them, and I had gone to 2 of them the year before, and was kind of discouraged after the first 2. Nothing against my friend.
Shockingly
It's
No, of
yeah,
course not.
nothing
Yeah.
against my friend.
No,
My
I
friend is
understand.
incredible at this.
I'm sure.
But I was just like, you know what, God, I don't think this is a place for me to find it. But a few weeks before, I was already like discouraged because everything was imploding on itself. And my friend's like, you need to come. And she was like, I'll pay for your ticket. You need to come. You need to be there. And I was like, fine, I'll show up. And so ironically, Kareem was the first person to approach me. How they do it, they just kind of, you're supposed to mix and mingle and go
Right.
talk to people of the opposite sex. And he was the first one to approach me. We had a wonderful conversation.
Cool.
And
That was
then
it.
3 days later, we had our first date on Easter.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we
And-
talked for 7 hours.
7 hours. Wow.
Yeah.
Am I wrong in this part of your story? I feel like after you left NLE, you were like, no, I feel like I'm believing that I will be married by a certain date. Was that part of your story?
No,
Okay.
because I had always I wanted to be married before I was 30. That didn't happen.
Yeah.
I turned.
That was my goal, and I got
but
it.
but I will say at the beginning of 2025, I was kind of praying into God, what does this year hold?
Okay.
And I remember him telling me 2 words, and one of them was marriage.
Okay. So you
And
felt that.
Yeah, I was felt that, and I
That
was like,
makes
God,
sense.
I don't know anyone in my life. There was a lot of transition. Even before NLE
Right.
that had happened, that I was like, my whole life is like imploded on itself. So it's going to be a miracle. And it was.
And it was.
So,
So,
cool.
yeah.
And, okay. And something else I remember from your NLE is that you're a baker.
Yes, I
Oh,
am
yeah.
a
Hear about
You
baker.
got a baking business too.
I have a
don't you?
baking
Well,
business.
tout it, woman.
So I am the proud owner of Hannah's Bread and Butter, which specializes in banana breads, pound cakes, cookies, all the things.
I'm getting hungry already.
I really specialize in catering towards what you need.
Nice.
I love recipe
Explain what that
development.
means.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love recipe development. So if you want a certain flavor or flair or something, like, I'm going to try to figure out how to make that work for you.
That's cool.
And so a lot of my banana breads are very, I would say, exotic. So I have one that's a mango coconut banana bread.
That sounds exotic.
Yes.
Very
And that was the
exotic.
very
Really
first
good.
one.
Kind of sexy too. I like it. That's good. That's good.
That was the very first one. So, but yeah, I actually started my baking business back in 23. After in 2022, I needed to fund my mission trips, and the Lord was like, "Well, why don't you just bake?" And I was like, "Sure." And I ended up funding 3 mission trips.
Wow.
And so
That's
I
pretty
came
good.
back, and one of my friends was just like, "Hey, you need to do something more with this. Like, you don't need to just stop with this. So after a series of events, I decided to make an LLC. I didn't know what that cost or all the things that went into it, but I was just like, sure, just like take a leap of faith. And
awesome.
Started my business back in 2023.
So if somebody wants to order some baked goods from you, how do they find you?
I have a whole website thanks to my wonderful husband.
You make websites too, don't you?
I do.
Yes.
That's good. All right. What's the name of the website?
It's hannahsbreadandbutter.com.
All right. Pretty easy. That's good. All right. And so you guys meet at the singles deal. You get engaged. You get married, right?
Yeah.
You're going to have children someday, I presume?
Yes.
Okay.
Very soon.
5, 6, 7. You're going to start a Mormon package? Or starter package?
Not that many.
Not a football team. No.
Not a football team.
All right.
We do
All right.
want several, but not that
Amen.
many.
I get it. Well, that's really cool. I love that you both are entrepreneurs, and I love you, but I think it's really cool. I think that's really, really nice to have because it can be stressful, but it's nice to have somebody else know what you go through, right?
Yeah.
Even on the ups and on the downs. And I think it's important. So if somebody wants to get in this business, what would you say to them? I know we talked about this, and it's not that expensive to get into this business, right? Buying a computer. You need, what kind of computer do they need? What's their basic things that they need? If they look you up and say, hey, I want to go over here, logicalleverage.com. I want to come in there. What's it gonna cost just for the equipment that they need?
Equipment?
If they need equipment.
Yeah, so it'd just be a Mac computer, and they need a really good internet speed.
Okay.
Fiber if possible, and then you don't need any camera or microphone because you're not going to be on.
Amen. Right. So what's a Mac computer cost?
A decent MacBook Pro would be about $2,000. That's the base
it?
model. That's the base model.
Okay. So $2,000 plus get trained by you,
Yeah.
right?
And
They're
then
in
some
business,
subscription
and
fees.
they can do this business,
Yeah.
and make a 6-figure deep income. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So, and how long is tell me about the training process. What does it look like?
The training process is honestly pretty straightforward because I literally make it actually non-tech savvy by allowing you to just have a set of buttons to press.
Right.
And then you just need to know the checklist of how to get through it, like the timer, when you start, when you bring the speaker on, when to take them off, when to bring up a share screen. So it's basically all pretty like able to turn into and I've turned it into a checklist for multiple people so many times.
That's awesome.
And all they have to do is just
Follow the checklist. Now, do they shadow you?
They don't have to. They can.
They can. Okay.
But
because I'd have to be right in the same room with you. Okay, and
Yeah.
videotape it.
I've done this over a phone call during my apartment's alarm going off.
Wow.
It was It was
Wow.
pretty intense.
All right. So if somebody they look you up and they say, yeah, hey, Kareem, I want to do this. I've got a Mac computer, and then here's the fee, and they say I'm paying a fee. So you'll start them out and you'll start training them. You have a checklist that they go through, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then and they can come underneath you as well as you expand too, and
Correct.
do work for you, right?
Yeah.
And you'll pay them
Mm-hmm.
if they get the gigs. I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
That's really, and what I like is it doesn't cost a lot.
It doesn't.
And if they want to do their own LLC, they can, that's fine, or do a DBA, which
Yeah.
they can, but they can be in business and start making money within 90 days.
Yeah, exactly. They could just sign up for a Stripe account and start making money.
I like that. That's good. And so how do you get your clients? Is it a lot of word of mouth?
It's a lot of word of mouth right now. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to get some ads going.
Okay.
But right now it's a lot of word of mouth. So I have really good contacts.
Yeah.
Fortunately.
Yeah.
So-
And I know that there's this one deal I've been working with you on, you're bidding this stuff out, which is really cool. But I know that, some people need Facebook ads,
Yeah.
right? They don't know who to call on.
Yeah.
Some people need other things, and all these people.
I know all
Right.
these people and these people have brought in millions of dollars for other big clients.
Yep.
Funnel builders,
Yep.
I do a lot of tech and automation. So that's a side project that I like to do. I work with AI and I build websites and software with AI.
Right.
And then I also have ads people. I also even have people that can handhold you through running your first event. So what you say on the first day, on the second day, on
Right.
the third day, whatever it is, and how to drop your offer and how to sell your offer to people.
It's awesome.
and stuff like that. So
And then, so if somebody comes in there and they say, "Hey, I want to start this business," you're going to show them how to do the business. You're going to teach them all the stuff and all the tech stuff, and also tell them everything that could go wrong.
Everything- yeah, exactly.
Because that's really because it's almost like training somebody to fly an airplane, right?
Yeah.
You want to have almost a simulator. Here's what can go wrong, and here's what you got to
Yep.
do. And so if they need, if what I like is that you've got these connections. So if somebody wants to get Facebook ads or whatever they need, all these people to go to
Yep.
that are reputable, right?
very reputable.
And if they wanted, if they come in here, they can also do their own ads. And if they need a website, you'll make them a website.
Yep.
Okay. And if they want to do Instagram ads or whatever that, you can help with that too.
Correct.
And then there's other people that do this for a living that if you really want to, but you got to spend a little money to do that, right?
Yeah.
I know that one of the things that we've been working on in our new insurance deal, I'm working with these Gen Zs that love spending money on ads, and I'm not used to that, okay? Well, we're going to go easy, Mr. McIntyre. I said, yeah, it's $5,000 for ads. I said, what? I don't want to buy Facebook, okay? I just want to run a few ads because I would boost things, and spend, $10,
Exactly.
and I would black out at that, right? Yeah. Oh, man, $10, but
these ad budgets these days.
oh,
like,
my, they're insane.
They can flip easily.
They can, and what like we're doing some ads right now. We're doing leads, which is good, and I like that. But like we'll put a $900 spend a day on there, and all of a sudden it's I see on my credit card the next day it doubled. It's $1,800.
No.
I said, "What happened, Brian?" Well, it was going really good. Really? I guess so. I guess Zuckerberg needed some more Jet A or needed some bonbons on his jet. It must have been going really good. So I'm learning all this stuff, and but it does work.
It does.
It really does work. And so, obviously you don't have to spend that much, but there's other things that you can do. And what I like is all this. Okay.
Yeah.
And what the other thing I like is you are very reasonable in helping people out. We talked about what you want to charge people to come over there and help, and you coach them in there. Man, and what you're offering is amazing. So if you're interested in starting your own business and getting into this business, if you like tech or want to learn about it, it's relatively inexpensive and you can make a good living, right?
Yes.
Go to logicalleverage.com. Did I get it
Correct.
right?
You did.
What I want to call it earlier?
Logical legends.
Legends.
Actually, I think that's available.
And that might be good. Let's get it before this airs. Right?
Yeah.
That's right. And then I came up with an idea too that you're really excited about. And I don't want to say anything yet, but we're gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
Because I really want to. I do want to do something with that. And
I'm excited for that.
yeah, I am too. All right. So Hannah, if
Yes.
somebody wants to call you, it's easy.
Yeah.
Yes. If they want counseling, it's easy.
Counseling.
We'll link
We'll
it.
link
all
that
the
in.
links.
Okay.
Yeah.
Put all the
All right.
I've been using a platform called Headway, which makes it really simple for me to be
Okay.
insured or on paneled for insurance, so people
Okay.
can see me through their insurance or private pay. So,
Oh wow! You
yeah,
take
it's a
both.
lot easier. Yeah, take a lot.
Thank you, Jesus. That helps a lot of people. I
Yes.
know, because sometimes their budget, and then if they have the insurance, that covers some of it.
Yeah.
All right, really good. Well, it's been good. You want to add anything, Brianna?
No, I so enjoyed this, and thank y'all for coming in.
Absolutely.
much.
Thank
You
you
guys
for
wanna-
having us.
You guys want to add anything? How about if somebody's out there thinking about doing next level experience?
Yeah, what are your
What would you
thoughts?
say?
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
I've already invited like 5 of my friends.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I've
So
been.
what do you tell them?
I basically say, I kind of go with, especially because it's my friends right now.
Yeah.
I've been just pushing it down their throat.
Not the way that we.
Every once in a while, I'll be like, I'll text the group and be like, guys, I really think you need to do this. And if you look at the page, you better sign up. And you have to commit to this. If you look at the page, you have to commit.
You're in. Yeah.
I can't tell you about it, but I'll tell you it changed my life. So,
Amen.
and it will
Amen.
change yours.
That's
That's
awesome.
hilarious.
I mean, these are all his gym bros, so they're
Yeah.
used
That's
to.
the
Yeah.
intense.
That's they're
intense
used to
guy.
the
Yeah.
intensity.
Yeah,
so.
of course,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what I tell people about Next Level Experience, it's not a conference.
No.
Okay, it's not a come and go. Although you take breaks and you go to dinner and lunch and all that, but it's transformative. It's an immersion. Yeah, and we talk about Jesus. We talk about the Holy Spirit, the Father God. I talk about business. I'm a business guy.
Yeah.
And we talk about relationships. It's kind of a holistic deal, and it's sometimes it's intense. Sometimes it's funny, as we know, and I kind of like to throw a little humor in there.
I want to know, Hannah, what do you say to people?
Yeah.
I say a couple. I like tailor it towards the person.
Oh, that's
Why?
good.
So
There you
I
go.
really
There's a
tailored
counselor
towards the
right
person.
there.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, you've been telling me a lot that you feel stuck. Like I went here, I was feeling stuck, and it helped me.
Yeah.
That's great.
And so I'm very like particular as to who I kind of invite to this. And I'm inviting so many people, and not everyone's taking me up. He's actually the first to take me up on my offer.
Awesome.
So,
Well,
so
it was you and Cynthia. So
yes,
Yeah.
Cynthia's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out
Yes.
to Cynthia Peasley.
Cynthia is
Love her.
amazing.
We love her. She's amazing. She's been, she's intense, man. I remember she will come in there like before NLE, and then we'll have the chairs all set up. She'll spend. I've seen her up there, spending most of the night praying and blessing over each one of the
Yeah.
chairs. I mean,
Awesome.
just amazing.
Hours and hours in that
Hours,
room
just-
until she gets kicked out.
Yeah,
Yes.
right.
Which is very
Yeah.
Cynthia as well.
Yes, very Cynthia.
Yeah.
Committed.
She's such a godly woman. All right. Well, listen, thank you, everybody. I appreciate you joining us here on the Next Level podcast at McIntyre Inc. And we're excited. Check these two guys out. These guys are great. And got a marriage going 8 months. And,
8 months.
man, that's a good start.
Thank you.
Add about 40 more to those.
Yeah.
And then we'll have you back on. All right. Well, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it, Hannah and Kareem.
you.
I
Thank
do.
you.
You guys
so
are
much.
amazing people, and we're excited about what's going to happen for you.
Yeah.
So thank you. Subscribe, send us something, and or a post, or say something, and we'll be back again next week. Adios.